chapter, 'cause I know the break's coming.
Hi everybody and welcome to Total Strength. My name is Maureen. Total Strength is a head-to-toe strength workout, and today we are going to use weights, and I have an optional step. You do not need to have a step, but if you do have a mat or a towel that you can use, and either if you have a step, putting it over the step, or if you don't, just having a space on the floor for some of this work that we are going to do. Like I said, not required that you have a step for this workout. I also have, for me, 3 sets of hand weights so that I have a variety. Every day is going to be different. And some days I need to lift a bigger weight for a move. Some days I need a smaller weight for that same move. If you find that you only have, like if you have a weight that is bigger and that is all that you have, for the movements that are smaller muscle groups, put that weight down, go through the execution and work on the form versus trying to power through with a bigger weight. And if you have a smaller weight, what you can do is do bigger contractions or more powerful contractions. And again, focusing on that form and execution always and first. We are going to get started. I'm going to start the music and we're going to get going. I'll talk just a tad more about what we are going to do today. We have 4 sets of exercises. Each set of exercise kind of focuses on a particular area of the body. Some of those exercises, though, in a block are compound movements. So in the end, you'll end up with a full body strengthening workout. Here's the thing, we're going to go through each set of 4 exercises 2 times so that you get 2 rounds through of each set of exercise. All right, let's get that body warmed up. Hopefully you have already joined me in getting moving. Just stepping side to side. Let's add some arms. So this is not a cardio workout per se, but we do want to get our heart rate up just enough so that we recruit blood to our large muscle groups so we can get this done. All right, let's do a couple more this way. Stay here, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, hamstring curl. Open the chest. Really thinking about opening up the chest and activating at the shoulder blades. So activating at the scapular area of the back. All right, let's do this just a little bit more and change it up. Bring the arms up overhead and pull down and up, driving your elbows back toward, if you were wearing back pockets, where those back pockets would be. All right, we're gonna step in, arms in, legs in, side to side. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. 4, 3, 2, last one, and march it out. All right, bring your legs out a little bit past the hips. Toes are forward, shoulders down away from the ears, little micro squat. So reaching the butt behind. Your squats are going to initiate at the hips, then the knees come along. So recruiting these big muscles. As you are coming down, I want you to try to think about reaching your heart out straight ahead. So you're not hinging forward. And if you find that you do hinge forward, not a problem. What that most likely means is that you need to strengthen your abdominal muscles. They're not supporting this movement. All right, we're going to drop it down right here and pulse. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring it up. Bring it in narrow. All right, drop down and tap back. Running arms. All right, let's add arms coming in front like you have something that you are handing to somebody. Just waking up the shoulders. All right, side to side, deltoid raise. Kind of modified deltoid raise. All right, a couple more. Last set. Right here, bring it out wide. Externally rotate from the hips. Toes are pointing straight out. Bring it down and up. Down and up. As you come up, squeeze the inner leg. We are going to do a little pulse at the bottom with a lift. Watch me here. Pulse, 2, 3, lift. Pulse, 2, 3, squeeze inner legs. One more. Now single it out for 8. Add arms. 7, 6, 5 more right here. All right, we cross that halfway mark. 3 more right here. 2. Last one, and hold those arms up. Stretch through the sides. Have a nice soft bend in the knees. Couple more. Stretching through the side and release. Use your ankle mobility. Walk in if you can or step in. We're going to bring one heel forward, one back, and hinge. Drop the toes down, lift up, down and up. So waking up at the shins, loosening up the calves. All right, round up. We're going to grab our shoelaces and stretch out through the hip flexor just a little bit. Bring that foot down, other foot comes behind, hinge back, toes come up, toes come down and up. Stretching dynamically through the shin and the calves. All right, round it up, step that foot in, grab at the shoelaces, get a little stretch through the hip flexor. Shoulders are down and release. Step out wide, toes are forward. We're going to come side, center, side. So dynamically stretching and previewing some of the things, some of the movements that we're going to do in this workout. Couple more. Last one, and march it in. All right, arms come up, and let's bring it down. We're going to come into a squat with a reverse lunge. So let me show this. We're going to do a set of these. So we're now moving into more steady muscle work. My feet are a little bit out past the hips, toes forward, shoulders up, back, down. I'm going to come down into a mini squat. So this is my base point position right here. And then every time I step back, I'm going to do a squat, come up, step into a lunge, and come back to starting position. Let's keep that going. So step back into a lunge, come back to starting position. Down, step, down, step. Now, this back leg, that knee is the driver down toward the floor. All right, here's our first set. If you want, you can add bicep curls. Probably don't add weights yet because we have plenty of bicep curls coming up. All right, let me show you from the front. Let's keep this going. Next move, we are going to add weights and put them up on our shoulders. So you decide which weights you want to do. I'm starting to feel those quads. Let's do 4, 3, 2, last one, bring it in, shake it out. All right, grab weights, heavy to medium. Today I'm going to go with medium because I've already taught a bunch of strength classes this week. Maybe you need heavier, maybe you need lighter, maybe none. But you're going to take those weights, you're going to bring them up to the shoulders, hold right here. We are going to come into a curtsy squat with a squat in the middle. So 1 foot forward to begin. You come down into your squat, come to the center, squat, hit the other side. Now you have to make sure that I have space. So make sure you have space to do this. Here we go. We're going to go down, center, down, and center. So weighted curtsy squat with a squat in the middle. So regular squat. It's nice and slow and controlled. That is the name of the game today. Everything slow and controlled. Heart rate will probably go up a little bit because we are using our large muscle groups. All right, let's do a set of 4 right here. That means 4 each side. So one set is all the way through. That's 1, 2, right here. So we're really working the hips. I think that one is the last one. All right, we are going to hold on to these weights, or lighter or heavier. Again, I'm going to drop down just a little bit, but you decide what is the right weight for you. Now we're going to do a front lunge. So front lunge, foot comes forward as the back knee goes down. We're going to come up, bring a knee up, come down. So join me when you are ready. You can have no weights and just make it a lunge, going down and up, or a lunge with a knee, or a lunge with an overhead press. All right. Here's what I want you to think about. As you're pushing your arms up, you are keeping your shoulders away from the ears. Everything is slow and controlled. This takes balance, stability, a lot of core work, as well as the shoulders. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Shake it out. Other side, set it up. So decide. This is part of why I lowered the weights, because I knew these overhead presses kind of get to you. All right, so we are going to do that front lunge, knee up, back lunge, front leg is stable, and knee up. Drive that knee down, that back knee down, drive that back knee up, down and up. So find that stability point first. It might be different on this side. Add arms, up overhead. All right, blow your air out on that lift. Is your heart rate going up there? If it is, it's just because we are recruiting these large muscle groups, but also in this movement with the hands going up overhead, that also brings the heart rate up. All right, 3, 2, last one, and release. Next move, it's going to be a side lunge. This knee's going to, or leg's going to come up as we drive the elbows. Again, core work. You can keep the same weights or change them out. What I want you to think about is driving your elbow back. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, few more seconds of this, then we're going to switch to the other side. Here we go. Lateral lunge with a reach toward the opposite foot. Flat back. Drive that elbow. Drive right there. Pause at the top. And if you don't feel like you have full control there, take that knee out and just step in. All right, here's our break. Grab some water. We got another set of all those things. So by the time we're done, hopefully all your muscles have a little bit of burn. So starting out with that squat into a reverse lunge. Grab your water. And let's set it up low. No weights, just legs. Drop it down. Knees stay behind the toes. Engage the core. Bring that heart out toward me. You're going to squat and step back into a reverse lunge, staying really low. That leg that goes back, the knee is driving down toward the floor. You can add a little bicep curl. It can help with that balance and stability. Now that you know what I'm doing, find a spot ahead and slightly down so that you can keep your head and neck in alignment. All right, let's just do a few more. That finishes out that set for me. Finish your set and shake it out. We're gonna bring those weights to the shoulders, and we have that curtsy lunge. The weights will stay on the shoulders. Heavy, light, whatever, no weight. We're gonna do that step curtsy, come to the center squat, and curtsy the other way. Whoops, I better make space. So make sure you know your space. Let's go down into that curtsy lunge, squat in the middle, curtsy lunge, squat in the middle. So really strong all the way through. Watch the lower back, especially with the weights on your shoulders. Make sure that the core is supporting your lower back and your lower back is not arching. All right, so staying low all the way through and controlled. All right. We're gonna do one more each side, and we're gonna move on with that lunge and overhead press. So take those weights off. You can use same weights or lower them. I'm gonna lower them. So like I said, I've been doing a few of these this week. All right, we're gonna start on that right leg. Step down, lunge, and bring that knee up. Down, bring that knee up. Drive that back knee down, push up overhead. I want you this time to bring your attention even more to the core. Blow your air out at the top. All right, we're gonna do just a few more this side, and then we'll switch to the other side. One more, and switch it out. So step forward, lunge back, back knee drives down, right there, lift, push up overhead, down with the knee, push up overhead. All right, really slow and controlled all the way through. Let's do 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Hold on to those weights. Lateral lunge with the knee up right here. So opposite hand toward toes, drive, down, 2, drive, up. You can take that knee lift up or out, flat back, only going down as low as you can while still maintaining that flat back. Drive right there. All right. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. Drive it up and back. Hit the other side. Lateral lunge. Lift that knee, drive the elbow. Elbow is going straight back, so it's not up, it's not down, but it is gliding back. All right, we got 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one. And set those weights down, grab water. We're moving on. We got bicep curls. We got a bunch of bicep curls, so choose your weight accordingly. So it depends on if you have a lot of endurance on your bicep curls. You can do a higher weight. You can do a medium weight. We are going to do a lot of reps. So you decide where you need to be. If you have no weight, again, form and execution. Grab water. All right, I'm going to start with my big weights, have my medium weights ready to switch it out. That's the other thing with strength training. If you hit that wall, but you want to keep going, you can always drop down how big your weights are. So let's grab our weights. We're going to do a forearm bicep, rotate, and then come into our palm up bicep. So it looks like this. So you're going to come up, rotate, and come up again. So let's set up that lower body. Feet are wide, toes forward, knees soft. Start with that forearm, lift, turn, lift. Now, here's what I want you to think about. You might have some swing on that forearm lift. Make sure you're stabilizing with the core and taking out that swing. Make sure there's a bend in the knees. All right. I can tell that I'm going to lose my form, so I'm going to drop down to lighter weights. You keep going with the weights you have, or decide that you need different weights. We got more reps to do, and I want to make sure that I get through all the way to the end. So good form every single time I do this. So working on a little bit of sculpting when you do the lifting this way. Let's do 2 more sets. 1. Last one right here. 2. And lift it up. All right, we are going to do a compound movement. I'm going to grab one heavy weight. I'm going to come down into a wide stance. Coming up after this, we are going to use our bench or a mat. So know where that is, have that handy, know what you're going to do. So I'm going to drop down, deep squat, elbow right into this thigh right here. This hand can be on the other thigh, just not on the joint. Elbow into the thigh, then lift, lower. So come all the way down and squeeze at the top. All right, feels just a little different. All right, right here, 8 more. Four more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring it up and bring it down. That one, you get a lot of bang for your buck because you're holding in that squat, working the quads, you're engaging the core, engaging the glutes, working the biceps for some sculpting, and it's kind of hard to figure out which painful place to think about. So elbow coming into the thigh, hand on the other thigh if you like. So I have a flat back, I'm slightly rotated, and then lift and lower. Squeezing at the bicep, coming down, low. So everything's working, full body workout. 8 more here. Four more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Right there, bring it down, bring it up. All right, we're gonna do some triceps, some skull crushers, and chest opener or presses. So make some space, have your weights. The movements are gonna be like this, but on our mat, or have that bench. I just have that bench so that when I do the chest press, I have some space underneath my elbows. Laying down, the movement will be like this. You're down and lift. So skull crusher is right like this with a tricep, and chest press is out here. So set it up laying down, and just a heads up, this is one of those times where you kind of got to do what I say and not entirely what I do, because with this mic on me, I don't get to get my head and neck in quite the position that I would ideally want it to be in. But let's set it up. And we're going to support our lower back a couple of ways. One is, if you keep your feet on the floor, you're going to engage the cores. The other is, you can come into a tabletop position, or you can cross the legs. All right, let's get those skull crushers in. Weights come up, push them up, hold them here. And then you come down, lift, down, and lift. Watch the swing, control this movement. So you want your weight to be heavy enough that it's a challenge, but not so heavy that you need to compensate in other ways to get it up. All right, we're gonna come up and pulse it right there, halfway. 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it down and push, down, push. All right, 4, 3, 2, Last one, hold here. Turn your arms so the backs of your hands are facing behind you. You can take a little break with those legs. Hold them in tabletop, hold them down on the floor. You decide. This time I'll do my feet down on the floor. Engage the core. Bring the arms, elbows down. Here's where having a step can be helpful, but not necessary. And push straight up. Down and push. So doing a little bit of a chest press. Here's what I want you to watch. Those wrists should not be bending forward or back. They are neutral. All right, we have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Set those weights down. Let's bring it up. Leave your bench how it is or your mat how it is. Grab some water. We're going to do those all again. So now we know the moves. We're going to go right into it with those alternating forearm biceps and straightforward biceps. So grab the weights that you're going to use for this, and we're going to do a set of 12. And a set is forearm and then straightforward bicep. Here we go. So it's up, rotate, up. That's just one down. As you come up, blow your air out. So nice and controlled movement. All right, we are a third of the way there. We have 8 more to go. 7 more. You got this. Blow your air out right there. All right. 4 more. Here's 4. 3. And 2. Last set right here, right away. We're going to go into that more targeted bicep curl. Grab a heavier weight if you can. Not necessary. We're going to step out into that squat. So drop it down. You're nice and low. You have a flat back. We're going to take that weight in the hand, bring the elbow in. So you're not bending over to get in. You're squatting down. Here we go. We have 12 on each side. 8 more to go. 8, 7, 6, 5. Almost there. Just 2 more to go. 2. Last one. And bring it up. Switch arms and bring it back down. Bring that elbow into that thigh that you're gonna use to stabilize. Other hand comes on the other thigh. Drop the shoulders down. A set of 12. We have 10, 9, 8. Let's keep it going. I know you feel those legs. 4, 3, just 2 more. 2, last 1. Bring it down, bring it all the way up. Set that weight down unless you're using that for those skull crushers and chest press. So I'm going to do the bigger weights this time. Give it a try. See what I can do. You never know. All right, so support that lower back, either in that tabletop position, feet down, and engaging the core. All right, skull crushers here. It can be here, here, or feet are down. Push up. Right there. Watch a swing. Really control this movement. We have 8 more to go. Blow your air out right there. 5 more. I am feeling this. 4 more. 3, 2. Here comes that last one right there. So turn your arms, palms facing ahead, back of the hands facing behind you. Elbows come down and push up. Blow your air out at the top. 8 more to go. Here's 8, 7, 6, just 5 more. Just the last 4, and then we're almost there. 2 more to go. Here's our last one. Finish it out. See it through all the way to the end. Bring those weights down. Sit up. Grab water. We're moving on. So now we have some rows, flies. We're going to still do some upper body. Then we're going to move to the core. So come on up. We can set aside the bench if you were working with it and have a mat, though, or a towel for our plank work. So I'm just going to set this aside and have my mat ready for when we come on down for that stuff. Grab some water if you haven't already. I was moving things around. All right, first thing is going to be our row. Let's talk about the row. It looks really simple, but a lot is going on in this row. We have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. The back leg is straight, toes are forward. You're hinged. In this hinge, you are really stabilizing through the hips. That back heel is down. And then we're gonna drive that elbow straight behind. We're gonna keep out any rotation this time. It's just straight behind. You're gonna watch those shoulders. They're staying out of the ears. Just driving straight back right there. You can grab a weight. So now that you know the movement, you want to grab the appropriate weight. Once you have that weight, here's what I want you to watch out for. It's really easy to try to get your elbow to go back further by lifting your shoulder up, and your elbow starts going up. You want that elbow to drive straight back, almost in line still with the hips. All right, let's set it up for those rows. Medium for me this time. All right, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, heel flat on the floor, and hinge, drive. 8 more here. You got this. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. And get ready to switch it out. Other side. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, all the same things. Make sure you have that hinge, engage your core, and drive back. Drive. Blow your air out. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring it down, grab your other weights. Deltoid raises. A couple of choices. You can have your arms at 90-degree angle, or you can have your arms out. We are working the deltoids right here in the center of the shoulder, so not front, center. If you have your arms at a 90-degree angle, you're going to move up, and 1 unit up, 1 unit down. Longer lever gives a little more challenge. You're still going to have, if you have that long lever, don't lock the elbows. Your knees are soft. We got to set up 12, 11. You go in the right pace or position for you. I think I lost a little count. Let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, right here. Now I'm going to lower my weights. I'm going to move down the back and do flies. Here's the thing. It's that same motion where I'm coming out and in. Here's the difference. I'm going to hinge forward. As soon as I'm hinged forward, now I'm working this part of the back and not here in the shoulders. If you don't have that hinge, you're coming back up into those deltoids. We don't want to do that. But I am going to lower my weight, and what I want you to think about is squeezing a pencil, like there's a pencil on your spine, and every time you open up, your shoulder blades are squeezing around that pencil. All right, hinge forward, arms are down. Here we go. We have 8 more here. Find a spot that you can look at that's on the floor and slightly ahead. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, and bring it up. Set those weights down, grab water. We're going to do those again. So in this round of things, the 4 exercises is one side of rows on this side, another set on this side. Because we got to make sure we get to our planks. All right. Let's set up those rows. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, toes facing forward. Hinge forward. I'm going to bring one weight to my hip flexor this time. Here we go. Drive it out. Shoulders down, away from the ears. All right, let's do 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Right there, bring it down. Set it up other side. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Really trying to keep everything squared forward, toes forward, hips forward, and drive that elbow. Thinking about if you bring that weight to about your hips, you're getting that elbow back where it should be. 8 more right here. 8, 7, breathe out right there. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, right there. Bring this down. Deltoid raise. Shoulders come up, back, and down. And lift and lower. Long arm or 90-degree angle right here. You decide. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. And come into those flies. So I'm going to lower my weights because I know that I'm kind of in between and I'm not going to have the best form. So make sure you have that hinge, wider stance, knees soft, come forward, arms down, and open up. Squeeze that pencil on your spine. 8 more here. 8, 7, 6, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And bring it up. Let's set the weights down. We are done with the weights. We're going to come on down to the floor and do some more ab work. We have a lot of ab work kind of mixed in with this, but we got to finish it out. Grab some water. If your heart rate is up, stay up for just a moment longer, and then when you are ready, join me on the floor. All right, make sure you have space so you're not kicking your weights, and we are going to start in a regular plank. So if you are new to doing planks, let's start at the beginning. I'm going to start at the very beginning and dial things up. So regular plank with your hands where we have wrist under elbow, under shoulder, fingers spread out. You can hold right here, or you can be down here. Hands flat on the floor, making that 11, engaging the abs. Number 2, you're going to come on up right here, or same thing, down on your forearms, elbows on the floor. The more narrow your stance, the more challenge you have in your abs. The wider your stance, the more you have a little bit of help with your stability. So we're going to come into a regular plank. Here is the progression if you want a little bit more. So you're going to come up into your plank, wherever that plank is. If you are doing a toe plank, here's that add-on if you want more. You're going to bring an knee out to the side to your elbow and stepping back. Just like everything else that we did today, I want it slow and controlled. If you are starting out and you are on your knees, here's what you can do. You can come down and lift and lower, and lift and lower. Whatever you're doing, you're still going while I'm explaining. Then the final thing is, if that lifting and lowering is too much when you're just beginning, you can lift one leg and alternate the legs. The main thing here is that you are really engaging the core, but also the glutes. All right, wherever you are, let's do, if you're moving, we got a set of 8. Here we go. We have 8, 7, so a set is 1 each side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and here comes our last set, and release. Come into a child's pose. Now we got some side planks. Just come into a regular side plank. Here's number 1. You're down here, hips are stacked, knees are stacked. Number 2, same position, but you're up here. Number 3, we start adding a lift. You can add finally both feet. We're just gonna hold here. You can stay right here and thread the needle. Here's 2, 3, last one, and 4. And bring it down, come to the other side. So you're either up on your hand, have different variations with the knees, but now I've committed, I have to do the same thing on this side. So let's set it up, we're gonna thread that needle. Here we go. Hold and pause. Now thread 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and last one, and release. We're gonna come on out. Take a big breath in as you're sitting, and release out through the mouth. All right, couple bridges, both to work the glutes a little bit, but also release the back slightly. So let's bring our heels to the floor. Our knees are in line with the hips, and roll down. Squeeze navel to the spine. If you need a little support in that lower back, you're lifting a leg. Bring your feet in so they're a little bit closer to your hips, and come down. Here's another one of those times where you're gonna do what I say and not necessarily what I do, because I don't have I get pushed up a little here. All right, hands are flat on the floor. Take a breath in through the nose, and as you breathe out, squeeze your navel down to the spine and roll the pelvis forward just a little bit, and then open that up so you're bringing a space underneath the back, and then rock the pelvis up. We're not lifting up yet, and release. One more time, rock the pelvis up, hold it there. Now we're going to lift up, so pushing up through the pelvis, through the heels, and lifting up, squeezing the glutes, and hold right here. Take a breath in through the nose, and as you release, lower down 1 vertebra at a time. The tailbone is the last thing to come down. Head and neck stay in position so they don't move along with the lower body. Bring that opening up through the upper back, and then rock the pelvis again, dropping the spine down to the floor, pushing the pelvis up toward the ceiling, hands to the floor, and hold. Squeeze the glutes. Breath in through the nose, and out through the mouth as you lower down 1 vertebra at a time. Tailbone is the last to come down. We're going to do that one more time. Make that space. Rock through the pelvis, tipping your pelvis up toward the ceiling, and then pushing up through the heels, through the glutes, and hold. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, bringing the spine back down to the floor, 1 vertebra at a time. Tailbone is last. And release. Bring one knee in toward the chest, and then the other knee in toward the chest, and bring your hands at your shins and rock side to side. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bring your hands to the top of your knees, and we'll open up the hips by just stirring. One more time this direction. Check back in with your chin and chest, and then reverse and go the other direction. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to bring one leg up, flex the foot. Bring the other leg up and flex that foot. Bring your hands behind the hamstrings. Your knees can be bent. And wherever you are, whether it's straight leg or bent knee, just pull in just a little bit and release. Bring your knees in toward the chest. Bring one foot down, then the other foot down. We're going to roll over to the side, come into tabletop position, and then push back, roll your toes under, and push so that your heels get a little bit of a stretch. Keep pushing back. Now your heels are hanging over the floor. Hands on the floor. We're going to push up, knees stay bent. If you can straighten up. If you start feeling too much of a stretch, you can bring the hands in and start walking up the front of the body. Wherever you are, you're now rolling up one vertebra at a time, bringing the chin to the chest and unfurling the head and the neck up to the center. We're going to just do a little release, opening up the chest, bringing heart to the sky. Come back to the center. Roll the shoulders forward and back. Check in with your knees. Make sure that there's a soft bend in the knees. One more time and release. Bring the palms forward, fingertips down. Stretching out at the biceps. Bring your fingertips up past the shoulders and reach behind and grab a hold of your back if you can. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Take a breath in through the nose, and as you breathe out, lift your elbows up and release. Bring the arms back out. We're going to bring one arm across and then open up and bring the other arm across. Bring your hands down to the side, step in so you're in good posture position, nod yes. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bring the head and neck back to the center and nod no. Bring your head and neck back to the center. Let's take a good breath in through the nose. Bring good energy in and push out. And another breath in. Bring the hands together at the top and thank our bodies for what they've done for us today. You did a great job. I'm glad that you came on with me today. This has been Total Strength, and this is every week, so I hope to see you next time. Have a great rest of your day.